We're back, and we have a guest in the studio today. Say hello to Alligator, one of our dogs.
Yep, little Alex.
Yep, Alligator, skater girl. She's cute.
She is. So if you hear a lot of bat pigginess, that's what you're hearing.
There it is.
Yep,
if you could hear
pig.
that, that's her.
Special guest star. She wants to be
Alligator.
Insta famous, so we'll post a picture of her. Even though we only have
Even though she won't be Insta famous by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, Mom, what's your disturbing fact?
Wow, we really got right to it.
We did. We got right the fuck to it.
All right. So my disturbing fact is a torture device known as the iron chair. Have you heard of it?
Didn't we already do this one?
I don't think so.
Continue.
I hope not. I don't recall doing it. So the iron chair is a torture device, as I said, and it goes
Really?
way back in history, like through several different variations, several different eras, dynasties, if you will. Lots of different cultures have used it. It has different, there are different styles, if you will. Like your recliner or your easy chair or your vibrating massage chair.
Okay.
But without all the good things.
Yeah.
It's also known as the Chinese torture chair because that's kind of where it started, was back in
China.
Yeah, that's where it started. What it is, in most cases, it's a brass chair that originally it was just a brass chair that like a person was like strapped into, and then they held you over a flame.
Ow.
Yeah. So the brass.
So they cooked your skin?
Yeah, so the brass is getting hot, and also potentially you're getting singed or burned. And they used it not only as a form of execution at points, but they also used it to like get information from people. Or say you wanted information, like say somebody was trying to get information from you, and so they would put me in that chair and they would fuck with me until you gave up the information they wanted.
Yes, they would use people as instruments to get what they wanted from other people.
Exactly. So the victim's tied to the chair, and then it's slowly pushed nearer and nearer and nearer to the fire. Chair's getting hotter. Other variations of the chair, not only are we on brass with fire, it also has several rows of thousands of sharp spikes that are in the back, the booty, the arms.
Ow. Getting stabbed everywhere.
So you're getting stabbed with hot needles, basically,
Ow.
but not in a good way.
Is there a good way to get...
Well, isn't hot needling something people do, something people like, something people talk about?
I don't know. I've never liked it or talked about it.
Okay, I haven't either, but I've heard of hot needling. But anyway, it doesn't sound
Like
good.
acupressure or acupuncture?
Yeah, but something with hotness or something. I
Okay.
don't know. But anyway, so the number of spikes that are in these chairs would range anywhere from 500 to 1,500.
Okay.
So
Ow.
ow.
Yeah, lots of spikes.
Lots of spikes.
Lots of stabbingness.
Yep.
Lots of pain.
And the Chinese torture chair was used in China specifically from 1701 to the 1900s.
Oh, that's recent.
Yeah. So it was a tried and true method, clearly, that they just wanted to continue to use and use and use. So there you go.
Damn.
In Europe, though, they used it more as a psychological torture than as a method of execution, because they just fucked with you until you told them what they wanted to know.
They weren't trying to kill you.
But
They were
eventually they would, but they really just fucked you up first.
Gotcha. So you really used its ability to psychological warfare to the maximum degree.
Exactly.
That was words of English.
Words of English were used in that sentence.
Words of the English language.
Yep. So
Were
anyway,
performed.
that's it. But you were, how would you like to be tied down or strapped down into a metal chair with a bunch of spikes and be held over a hot flame?
I don't think I would.
Yeah, it sounds like something I would definitely take a hard pass on.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Definitely.
Yeah.
That does not sound like doesn't sound like my form of a good time, if you
No.
will.
Daphne's the human Jiffy Pop.
Yeah.
With that flame and that metal.
Yeah, the popcorn. Oh, I wanted that so bad when we were camping a few weeks ago. I was like, oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Jiffy Pop. Well, next time I'll bring the iron chair. We'll see how that
There
shakes
you
out.
go. Bring the iron chair when we go camping and the Jiffy Pop.
Uh-huh.
See how well those two shake out together.
Uh-huh.
How fast does the popcorn pop versus the Daphne?
What if we fill Daphne and or someone we hate instead of Daphne? Not that I hate Daphne, but That sounded bad.
But what if it didn't sound great?
What if we take someone we don't like with us and then we fill them up with popcorn kernels and then we put them
Okay, that's my dad's joke that when he dies, he wants to get shuffled popcorn kernels, so whoever is cremating him will have a little surprise.
I forgot about that.
Like, really, you're just stealing dad's joke right now, all nonchalantly?
Yeah, I forgot.
No shout out to him.
My bad. Shout out, Troy.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, you already know what I got for you today.
But you might want to share it with the listening audience.
But I thought it would be so funny to title it Whack and Back. So that's what we're calling it, because I'd be like, oh, this is intriguing. Like, what's this about? Whack and Back. Like, they're true crime people. Why are they talking about the devil's lettuce? Like, what?
Is that Weckenback?
Wake and Bake.
Oh. Well,
God, you did not catch on to my
I didn't.
drift,
And all I was thinking
even
about,
the slightest.
I was thinking about like Beck from You. And then I was like, well, who's Weck?
What? Back from you never even finished You.
But I finished that season.
You're lame. You never even finished that show. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, she never even finished that.
No, because I didn't like it. But I did watch the first season. I finished it.
Yeah, well, the second and third seasons are way better.
Well, good to know.
The fourth season kind of sucked. Fifth season was great.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Anywho's, Whack and Back.
Back to Weckenback or Wake and Bake.
Black-eyed children, or also known as black-eyed kids, are back. And if you could guess, white-eyed kids, white-eyed children are our whack.
I've never heard of white-eyed children.
Well, we're going to get there. Black-eyed kids are a type of humanoid cryptid, urban legend, or a ghost story that has become very prominent ever since the 90s and the rise of internet culture. But the idea of creepy kids like this date back like way in time, right? You heard creepy kids, so you decided to join the party, did you, alligator? She's like, I'm creepy and I'm a kid. Hey!
But my eyes are blue.
Right. Their origin is cryptozoology, which I looked up. I was like, what the fuck is cryptozoology? It's the study of animals whose existence or survival is disputed or unsubstantiated.
So like Bigfoot and whatnot?
Yep. Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness, not monsters, real.
Loch Ness, not monster.
The Loch Ness, not a monster. She just old Nessie, she real.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know. You did a whole project on it once upon a time.
Mm-hmm. In a previous life.
A long time ago.
Fuck off.
Their original location is unknown. They are known to knock on, just to knock on your
just
door.
Kick your door down like the big bad wolf and the three little pigs.
Exactly.
Little pig, let me in.
Or I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Or I'll knock your house down in this case. Knock at your door or on car windows and ask for their permission to come in or to use your phone or to help them do something, right? They always travel in groups or twosomes. Their abilities include manipulation. They can be shapeshifters, dark magic. They're very stealthy. They're good at stalking. And they induce madness to those who they torment.
So it sounds like several episodes of Supernatural.
Yes, lots of them.
Yeah, I like it. Everything goes back to Supernatural.
Everything
always.
comes back to Supernatural all the time. All the disturbing shit we talk about, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's not murder.
Yeah.
Although there was that one episode. Still scarred for life. Still can't go in the basement.
There's still, there's still room for supernatural in every scenario, I feel, but that's fine.
So some argue that the black-eyed children are ghosts. Others claim that they're demons or vampires or practitioners of dark magic. Some UFO lore explores them and as like human/alien hybrids. Others believe that they're just children that are playing cruel pranks on people. Many also regard them as more of myths, but pop culture today, they're popular.
Pop culture says they're pop culturally popular.
Popular culture. Pop culture. Brain is not braining too well right now. It's fine.
No comment.
The rise of YouTube, the rise of Photoshop, they're just everywhere now.
Gotcha. But I feel like, I don't know.
Yeah, didn't think you did when you started opening your mouth and nothing was coming out.
No, I'm just thinking like always stuff like that's going to be a myth unless you've encountered it. Because how are you going to believe that that's real unless you've encountered it?
Yeah.
You know? But I personally have never encountered it, but I feel like it's real.
You also personally never encountered the Loch Ness Monster.
It's definitely real. But I don't know why I feel like they're real, but I do feel like they're real. Because I think there's enough stories of shit that's happened that they have to be real.
We're going to jump into some stories. Don't you worry.
Wait.
And just for the heads up, sorry if I'm a little choppy reading some of them. I skimmed them, but I kind of wanted the full creeps while I was reading it with you out loud.
Okay.
So I like half skimmed and I was like, okay, this one sounds decent. This one sounds good. This one sounds like this one's going to probably make me not sleep tonight, which is awesome since I haven't slept for like the last 5 nights. This is great.
Years.
Yeah, that too, but... Another variation to the story is the wide-eyed children. And no, this isn't like, oh wow, Daphne's rolled her eyes so hard you can only see the whites of her eyes.
That's totally what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, is it those creepy white-eyed people that just have white eyes and
that roll their eyes so hard?
Yeah.
No. They like only
no.
have whites. Like there's no veins. Like they're just whites of their eyes. Like their eyes are just white.
So no iris, no pupil, no veins.
Same with the black-eyed kids.
Well, I know, but that's like demony, and that doesn't creep me out as much as white.
The black doesn't creep you out as much as the white.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I guess I'm desensitized to the black because of Sam and Dean. Thank you. But the white,
I was gonna say, I feel like I would be desensitized until I encountered it.
perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There she goes, snoring away.
Yep.
Little blue-eyed child. Okay. Yes. So they don't have like any veins in their eyes, no iris, no pupils, no cornea.
Corneas are clear, so how do you know if they don't have a cornea or not?
Because it's just white.
But they're clear. So how do you know?
I'm just naming all the eye parts. Origins are similar to black-eyed children. Some major differences between the two, aside from the eye color, is that wide-eyed children act alone. They don't need permission to enter your home or your car.
Oh, fucking creepy. See, I told you the white-eyed children are scarier than the black-eyed children.
Yeah.
Even with never hearing about them before.
Instead of knocking, they'll just suddenly appear inside where they'll just stare at you
Oh, fuck.
without any emotion.
Yeah, that's fucking
They're just-
way scarier than black-eyed children.
Here, hang on.
Don't do that. Your eyes are going to stick that way.
I'm just rolling my eyes and staring at her. But they probably had some kind of emotion on my face.
Right, and she just fucking shows up in my house and doesn't knock. And in my car.
Basically, here I am. The lucky people who encounter these freaks often report not feeling anything odd with their conversation with them until they vanish into thin air or they see their eyes.
Yeah, okay, well, when you're
So
having...
basically, they're carrying on normal conversation while they're just breaking into your house until they're not.
Right, but if you're carrying on normal conversation, are you looking them in the eyes, or are they like behind you and you're just all chit-chatting with somebody who you don't even know who's in your house?
Or it's dark. You can't see their eyes.
Randomly,
That's
some
a lot of
strangers
these
in your
stories.
house, and you're just chit-chatting with them, and you're like, hey, I don't know how you got in here or who you are, but oh my God, let's have a conversation. Have you read the latest article in Us Weekly? And then you turn around and go, oh my God, your eyes are white. Now you've really freaked me out. Not just the fact that you're in my fucking house and I don't know who the hell you are and it's dark.
But now
yes,
I'm really
done. Scared. Daphne's like, okay, are you done now? Yes, I'm just saying.
They well, I don't think that they just appear in the house though. I think that like they can just move in without permission is what's happening. Like they can just walk inside. Like they're like opposite of vampires. Like you know how all vampire lore, like you would be like let inside. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could just come in. They're like, hey, can I use your phone? Oh, you said no. I'm still gonna use your phone. You told me to fuck off. We'll see what happens to you. Okay, so many also have claimed that these children stare at them weeks or even days after the initial encounter, that like they'll just see them and they'll be staring at them.
Oh, that's fucking creepy.
They also find handprints on the car windows or...
Handprints or handprints?
Handprints. I just told you I was having a really hard time living today.
Okay. I'm like, wow, are these like ham steak prints or...
Ham steaks? Okay.
Sorry.
So...
Also tired, clearly.
Clearly. They usually appear in isolated areas, such as in the woods or at campgrounds.
Well, now I don't want to fucking go camping.
Now I really want to go camping.
Okay. Sure.
So, wide-eyed kids have the abilities of mind control, teleportation, brainwashing, and hypnotism. People also believe that wide-eyed children are messengers of death. Because they'll show up and then someone they know or did know has all of a sudden died. Like, you know, this person shows up, this wide-eyed kid shows up, and then, like, I'll get a call in the next hour that someone's died.
You personally?
Me personally. Yes, it's happened to me before. Some major recorded... Whoa, that was not words. Sorry. The first major record... Are you on your fucking phone right now?
No, I'm my nail.
My God. I was like...
I don't even know where my phone is, to be honest. Oh, it's right there next to me. But...
I guess I could have seen it. I don't. You just look like you're texting.
No, I'm just fucking with, like, I have a hangnail.
You're just fucking with your nails.
I have a hangnail, if everyone must know. It's an imperfection in my nail.
It's an imperfection in my perfect nails. It's my only flaw, though. Don't worry.
Yeah. Wait, now you had to point it out to everybody. Jeez.
The first major recorded story of the black-eyed kids comes from a journalist in 1996. His name's Brian Bethel, and he claimed to have 2 encounters with them in Abilene, Texas, and claims another person had an unrelated experience to his in Portland, Oregon. His stories are now regarded as creepypastas, right? Like the Abigail Project, that's a creepypasta, like just a creepy internet story. Mm-hmm. In 2012, Brian told his story to the show Monsters and Mysteries in America. He also wrote a follow-up article in the Abilene Reporter News, which described his experience and maintained that his experience was legitimate.
About his experience and maintain this experience?
Yeah, well, because people are like, you're a fucking liar. And he's like, the fuck I am.
Right.
Basically, you know, the non-believers out there. Okay, so this is his story. He met the black-eyed children while paying his cable bill in 1996 in Abilene, Texas. After finishing a late shift at the local newspaper, he was sitting in his car outside of a strip mall.
I thought you were going to say a strip club, paying his cable bill.
Paying his cable bill at the strip club.
Right. Because he didn't pay his cable bill, so he couldn't get his porn, so he was at the strip club. He's like, oh, fuck, I better pay my cable bill so I can go home and watch porn.
Wow.
Sorry.
Jesus. Like, that's where your brain went.
How, where?
Okay, let me get back to the story.
Previously on Daphne and Gail's podcast.
So he was writing a check, right, sitting outside of the strip mall. I almost said strip club. Suddenly, the hair on the back of his neck. See, you even annoyed Alex. She moved away to the other side of the couch. Suddenly, the hair on the back of his neck stood up. He noticed a group of teenagers standing close to his car. The teens asked for a ride to their mother's house to get moony.
I thought you were going to say to get milk.
To get
your mom's house so we can get some milk.
A ticket at the movies. He wanted a movie ticket. That's what I was asked. They needed money for movies. For a late night showing at the mall's movie theater. The strip mall apparently had a movie theater.
But they needed a ride to their house to come back to the strip mall?
Because they didn't have any money.
Understood.
But something struck him as odd. The movie they wanted to see had already started about 45 minutes ago. And
so they couldn't have just snuck in.
They sounded much older than they appeared to be. Then, in the dim light of the parking lot, he saw their eyes were completely black. He threw his car into reverse and sped away. And when he glanced back, the kids were gone.
Fucking A.
And that's his story.
Fucking A.
That's the only story of his I could find online, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know where the second story is or if it's something similar. He saw them again and they were like, hey, you still didn't give me a ride to my mom's house. I don't know.
Still didn't get a ride.
Not positive on how that went. So this is a story from a woman named Karen Cummings that I have found online.
Okay.
I ran across a pair of kids in Louisiana close to the swamps that had solid eyes. I kept telling myself that they had colored contacts in, but they were around 10 or 12 years old. They gave me the creeps. They seemed to have no emotions, never smiled, nor frowned. It was at a gas station that I pulled over to check my map. I didn't realize how late it was until my co-pilot asked me who would let their kids run around at 2 a.m. We locked the doors as we left quickly. I swear when I looked in the rearview mirror that those 2 children were standing in the middle of the road staring at us. I never drove through Louisiana again without the doors locked, windows up, and not stopping while it was dark.
Yeah, fucking creepy. That gave me the chills, actually.
Yeah, that one's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's not
different than the strip club milk money.
Different than the strip club with the milk money. It didn't get my point at home. I had to leave the house for it. This is a story from a woman named Erica Webb. Well, I honestly didn't know what happened. I was in my bedroom when I heard talking outside. I stopped what I was doing and I listened for a second. Next thing I hear is this boy's voice in a very angry sounding voice saying, "Ma'am, I said, can I get some water?" How he knew I was there or was a female, I'll never know. But when I went to ask my roommate who she was talking to outside, she was never outside. She was in the kitchen. I opened the front door to see what was going on, and this kid I've never seen with a nice button-down shirt and pants standing. I'm in the back of the house, or it's by the back of the house by the electric pool. I'm sorry, the story's not written very well. He looked up at me, huge, full, all black eyes, gave me a look, put his hand up as if saying hi. I went to tell my roommate to come out. By the time I turned around, there were no signs of him. My cat came up missing, and things have gone bad and spiraled out of control ever since.
But it was only one dude.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were in pairs.
Yeah, but a lot of the stories, she could have just not seen the second one.
Perhaps.
Because a couple of the stories I read, I think we're gonna get into one in a second, but that there's like one at the door and like two like in the driveway or something like that.
Like The Strangers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a remake of that, I think, recently, or they're going to.
I'm like, why it just barely came out, like not 20 years ago.
Because if it's not broken, why wouldn't they fix it?
Gotcha.
Per everything else. The story is from Jessie May. Yes, I get criticized for saying this, but I have to tell someone. When I was 9, I was in my room. I felt something brush and pull my hair. I thought it was my mom, and I told her to go away.
Yeah.
When I looked, I saw a shadow rapidly move across the room. At the door, there was a girl in a dusty Victorian-looking nightgown with a greenish tinge to her skin, pitch black and purple eyes, and something was wrong with her mouth. She laughed and ran down the stairs. I screamed and cried for my mom. She came running up the stairs and told me she didn't see anything.
Creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
I don't like these.
Yeah, something wrong with her mouth. I'm like wondering, what's that vision, you know?
Right, what does that look like? What's wrong with her mouth? Is she drooling? Like, is it like
stitched together with fucking dental floss or something weird, like the Coraline doll thingies? Yeah.
No, those are their eyes, I think.
Oh, well.
Are their mouths stitched or is it their eyes?
I don't know. Okay,
because they take the buttons, they put the buttons in their eyes and then they take their eyeballs.
Some creepy stitching mouth thing.
Yeah. Okay, these are some more stories and these ones are a little bit longer.
Oh, that's like you know how I love scary Halloween decorations? And there was this pumpkin head guy thingy at Home Depot or something. Dad and I were looking at Halloween
mouth
decorations.
was sewn.
And his mouth was like sewn shut. And Dad knows I love creepy, scary Halloween decorations. So he was like, oh, we should get that one. And I was like, no, that's too creepy. Like
I remember this. This was, what, last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I felt like it had something in it. Like if we would have got it.
We need to go to Home Goods. They have skeletons there right now that are sparkly.
Oh, fancy.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, we definitely need some sparkly skeletons. That's a must-have.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, sorry. No, you're good. Sparkly skeletons definitely was a way to cut in and necessary. But it gave me the creeps. And I love scary stuff. Like, I love to go to haunted houses. I love scary movies. I love that scary factor. But this was like a next level scary. Like, I felt like it was possessed, or like if we would have brought it home, I wouldn't have been able to sleep with it being in our fucking driveway.
That's so weird. Unless it was a guardian protecting our house.
I felt like it was scary and not in a good scary way.
What is that? I'm trying to think. There's I can't think of what it is. Some movie, something where somebody gets like a hemp string kind of sewn through their mouth. Mm-hmm. Can you picture what I'm thinking of, too?
I do, but I can't think. It's not The Ring, is it?
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm pretty lacking on my scary movie knowledge anymore. I feel like it's been so long since I've watched those like really staple scary movies, you know? Mm-hmm. Now I just rewatch Supernatural or Haunting of Hill House or whatever I want to watch. Or what's the new? Oh, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I'm currently on that one. I like it. It's weird. It took me a second to get into it because I was like, this is nothing like regular Sabrina.
Yeah,
there's
Daphne
no
texts
comedy.
me and she's like all complaining about all the things, and she's like, I want my money back.
Well, I was expecting it to be just like a remake, but I think once you move past the fact that it's not a remake and it's the same concept but a different story, it's really good.
Okay.
Anyway, here's another story. It's 11:30 at night in the middle of June, and I'm in my house alone with my dog. I was sitting on my living room couch when I hear 2 knocks at the front door. My dog immediately hopped on the couch with me and started trembling. I got startled and hesitantly walked to the front door. My door has 2 slim windows on each side of it, so I looked through the right window and I saw 2 kids. One of them was really small, like he was 5, and the other kid looked at least 9.
At 9:30 or 11:30 at night?
They were both wearing winter clothes. Keep in mind that it's the middle of June. They were just staring at the door. I was staring at them for at least 20 seconds when they both looked at me through the window. I run back to my couch and try to be as quiet as I can and not make any noise. I hear 2 knocks again and hear, "Sir, let us in. Me and my brother are very hungry and tired." I just about scream because I have no idea they know how I'm a man. I waited 10 seconds and I hear, "Let us in. We have to call our mom." I waited for a minute and I hear pounding on the window and one of the kids say, "Let us in a demanding manner." It has been at least 2 minutes and I think they are gone until I hear my back gate slip open.
Oof.
Then I hear pounding on my back sliding door. I run upstairs and lock myself in my bedroom with my dog. They kept pounding for at least a half an hour. The pounding stopped and I put headphones on and I tried to sleep through it. When they come back, I never saw them since.
Oh, fucking scary. That is not cool.
Yeah, no.
And
that one just gave me goosebumps for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, and if you have a window in your door, why are you going to go look out of it when you know you're not going to answer it?
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah, that was part of the story.
Yeah, it was part of the story that
But I'm like, it's 11:30 at night. My dog's freaking out. I'm not even fucking going near the door.
Yeah, not even going near it.
I don't even go near it at 11:30 in the daytime when somebody knocks on it.
I know. Look at the cameras. Like, who the fuck's here?
Right.
It's really awesome when you guys accidentally lock the wrong door and it's me, like, let me in.
No, she's a black-eyed child.
She's a black-eyed child. Keep her outside. Okay, here's another one. It's been 4 or 5 years since my last encounter. I live on a mountain and like an hour away from the beach in a super populated neighborhood with my roommates. I think nothing can hurt me now because there are people everywhere. I was home 2 days ago. Class was canceled and the dude of the house was home taking a nap. I'm in the kitchen watching Netflix and doing homework when there's a knock on the window. I brush it off and continue what I was doing. Then it happens again. Once again, I brush it off because maybe it was the snow if it wasn't my friends. Well, it goes on for like 10 minutes now and I'm kind of starting to freak out. I go to Charlie's room, the guy, and wake him up. I'm not one that's usually riled up, so he's concerned too. We both go to the window. I have my phone out with the camera and 911 within a touch, and Charlie has a bat. We look out the window and no one's there. After a minute, we calm down and go and sit in the living room. We think we're okay, so we chill and watch TV together. 30 minutes later, the doorbell rings. I go and open the door. I don't see anything at first. Then on the bottom of the stairs at the apartment, I see 3 young boys dressed in black hoodies, jeans, and brown or black bangs. Charlie asked me who it was, and I came to my senses and got a good look at the kids and then slammed the door shut behind me. I started bawling, and I mean sobbing. Charlie is freaking out because I don't cry. He ran to the door with the bat we have on the windowsill and looked outside. He saw them too. He started freaking out because he didn't know what to do, so he started yelling at them to leave. He said they started smiling. He didn't know what they were. He thought that they were normal kids that had scared me. He didn't see their eyes yet. I started yelling at him to get inside when I hear a bunch of footsteps running up the stairs, and Charlie screams and runs inside. Sorry, I lost my place because I was looking at my mom.
It's okay, because I'm thinking, where's the sage?
He's telling me...
like, for now, for this room?
It's up there. We have it. It's in here.
No,
don't worry.
Yeah. I'm like,
I started yelling at them to get inside when I hear a bunch of footsteps running up the stairs and Charlie screams and runs inside. He's telling me he saw their eyes and they were black, and now we're both freaking out and grabbing kitchen knives. Eventually we calm down and we look outside again. There's no one there, but we see a group of kids pass the complex with the 3 that we think are the black-eyed kids.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's made me think, what are we conjuring here?
Right.
That's why I said, ooh, we need sage.
We have it. Don't worry.
I know. These are I don't know. Something about like the murder and the mayhem and the bad shit is bad, but this stuff like makes you feel like you might be bringing something in.
Do you want me to stop?
No.
Okay.
No,
she
just
says.
Do you want me to stop? No, I just want a sage, maybe now.
Well, I have 2 more black-eyed kid stories, and then I have 2 white-eyed kid stories.
Okay, so
I've got 4 stories total.
4 more. 4 more and 7 years ago. Four
score. Do you want me to read them? I can just skip along to the black-eyed
I want you to keep going
kids.
because that's the whole point is to be all freaked out.
I can read the wide-eyed kid's story. I know, but you seem like genuinely stressed.
Well, it's like I said, it's like that kind of stuff makes me feel like, are we bringing something in?
Okay, I'm just going to keep going then.
Yeah.
So when I was like 13...
Okay, well then just keep going.
So when I was like 13, my mom and her boyfriend had to go to the hospital and no one would be able to get my brother to the bus stop the next morning because they had to stay overnight. So I got to miss school the next day to take my brother. I made sure he got on the bus and stuff and I went home and I cleaned and did random stuff a 13-year-old did. It was around 11:45 when I got a knock on my door. Thinking it was the mailman or a neighbor or something, I opened the door and said, hello. There was a kid at my door. He couldn't have been much older than me at the time, but he had bangs and they were covering his eyes, which I found weird because it was like 107 degrees outside. So this kid was super still. Like I thought one of my friends put a mannequin out there and ran or something, but then it spoke. It sounded like a fucking robot or something. It was like it was programmed to say this quote, my mother said to ask someone for a phone in fear that I get lost. Do you have a phone? End quote. He said like some fucking 1950s kid. At this point, I was shitting my pants because one, I'm a 13-year-old girl and this boy is dressed like a burglar is at my door with half his face covered. Two, for some reason, I couldn't just look away. Like I felt like if I moved or said anything other than yes, I'd explode. 3, I saw 2 other boys around the same age standing in the driveway, dressed in the exact same way the one in front of me was. Baggy jeans, dark hoodie, scuffed up Vans. So I started to stutter and shake my head. I finally got a no out. Then I started to close my door. But the bastard put his foot in the way.
Fuck.
Then the other 2 started walking up and I was going, hell no. Yeah. I grabbed the bat by the door and threatened him. If you don't leave right now, I'll fucking kick your ass, then I'll call the cops. I shouted loud enough so at least one of the neighbors could hear, I hoped. Then the far right one said the exact same toned voice as the first. I'm sorry to bother you. I'll just come again and later and ask. And
fuck that.
Just as I was about to close the door, the first one smiled and looked up and there they were, the black eyes. The other one looked the same and I was like, nope. And I slammed the door shut and called my neighbor, who was this big 20-something-year-old dude. He ran over and looked for them all around my house, but said that they were gone.
Fucking A. Now I think we should start keeping a bat by our door, but like these other people do.
I know, like, what's up with all these people keeping a baseball bat by the door? Although it wouldn't stay there for very long. It'd get dragged into the living room or somewhere else by the dogs and chewed up.
That's why we don't keep one by the door.
Here's the last black-eyed kid story. So me and my friend are walking around the neighborhood at night because we're really bored. And we passed this park in my friend's that's in my neighborhood. And we heard singing. So we looked over at the park and saw a little girl all alone sitting on a swing. She had long black hair, a pink polka dot dress, and a red bow in her hair. We couldn't see her super well at first because the park isn't super well lit, so we kept walking past the park because we felt this overwhelming fear when we saw her without any cause. But we were still walking and still looking at her, and she turned her head and stopped singing. She was singing Ring Around the Rosie, and me and my friend even got more scared. We were walking a bit faster at this point, but I felt drawn to her. Even though I had this overwhelming fear, I also felt like I should go to her, but I fought that and I kept walking. Then she stood up from the swing and started walking. When she walked towards the street, which we were on the other side of, she went under the street light, and then I saw it and I made clear eye contact with her, and her eyes were pitch black. Then she started running towards us, which only my friend noticed because I was caught up in looking at her eyes. So my friend grabs my arm, pulls me back, and yells, "Book it." So we started running as fast as we can down the street, and once we got to the porch, my mom came outside. We turned around and she was just gone. After that, I had sleep paralysis of her just standing in my room staring at me with her dark eyes.
Oh, I just got the chills.
I had a dream about her and always felt some sort of presence around me, but I actually never saw her again out there. But anytime I'm outside at night, I feel an extremely strong fear of seeing her again.
Fucking A. That just totally gave me the chills.
I had a thought in my brain that I didn't put in my notes, but I read it in a couple different places, that these kids are like outdated, like the further in time, like the further more progressive we get, like clothing wise, whatever, like they stop being like Victorian age and move more into like shit that was outdated 10 years ago kind of thing.
Right.
So they're just like a little bit behind on the times, like in their clothing and stuff. Like, yes, they've talked about like the Victorian clothes, but then we just heard the story of the pink polka dot dress and the story with the Vans and the hoodies. Yeah, so like they're not in current fashion, but they're in current enough. Mm-hmm. You know, I also had a theory in my brain about this, and I don't know why my brain went here, and it's kind of fucked up that my brain felt like it should have gone here. But I was thinking, I was like, what about like all the missing kids that they like never find and there's never any fucking trace of? I'm like, what if they somehow or another got conjured by whatever's in control of these things and became these things?
That's bad and sad.
Yeah, I don't know. It just was a thought that crossed my brain.
Well, because didn't you say that some people think they're spirits? Mm-hmm. So maybe.
Or aliens.
Yeah.
Or vampires.
Yeah.
Lots of different happenings for them. Okay, so here are the 2 white-eyed kid stories that I could find.
Are we good on the stage? It looks like a Snoop Dogg concert in here.
It is a Snoop Dogg concert in here.
Okay, so we're
This guy went for a ride and then he came to a stop. The wide-eyed child came to his truck. The kid asked him for a ride home. The guy denied him a ride. The child said he was lost, sort of polite, calling the guy sir. The kid got more aggressive and then disappeared. The guy thought it was a setup for robbery. The next day he got off work, he noticed greasy handprints all over his truck.
I've heard that, the greasy handprint thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was the white-eyed kids because I've never heard of the white-eyed kids.
Yeah, thank you. You should probably just sit down.
Sorry.
Why don't you just leave that on the desk?
I don't know because I was putting it away.
On the reels, dude. Don't burn down my little fake plant.
I blew it out. It's not
but the
lit.
smoke is still hitting it.
That's okay.
Dude, you're just trying to be busy right now. Stop trying to be busy. Enjoy the fear.
Mom is trying to distract herself by cleaning.
Okay, here's the second story. This one's really fucking weird. I did catch a further glimpse of this one, but I kind of stopped myself because I was like, I want to experience this fear at the same time.
Great.
Okay, this one's the best one yet, I think, in my skimming opinion. Or I also really like the one of the little girl with the fucked up mouth.
That's like,
yeah. Okay, I am a night guard at a shopping mall. Throughout the duration of my career, I've seen just about everything from attempted break-ins to drug addicts, despite getting into scuffles and their desperate attempts at replicating their first high. The point is none of these circumstances would have prepared me for what I've encountered one afternoon. My wife decided to see her ailing mother and took her 2 kids with her. Because of my work schedule, I remained home. I was sitting on the couch eating rotisserie chicken when a sharp knock echoed from the front door. I gazed at the clock, seeing that it was 5 o'clock. It was getting dark, and my wife already had explained that they would be back on Sunday. For whatever reason, I came to a conclusion that it was some Girl Scout waiting too late to complete her quota on her cookie sales. Shrugging, I went to the door and opened it. There wasn't anything waiting for me on the other side of the door.
not even a Girl Scout cookie?
Not even a Girl Scout cookie.
Damn.
I scratched my head in confusion, but ultimately felt like it was just the wind playing tricks on me. As I went to close the door, I couldn't help but feeling like I was being watched sternly. My eyes instantly darted towards the site of my discomfort. My eyes widened in disbelief. A short boy, looking around 9 years old, was standing there solemnly. He had fair hair and skin complexion, almost too fair, if I may add, because he seemed almost translucent. Oof. He wore a gray hooded sweatshirt, but most striking, the boy had completely white eyes. Not just because of his sclera, but it extended to his pupils. The eyes were as white as pure snow. "How did you get in?" I asked. "I don't remember letting you in." My mind was assaulted by the boy's response. His voice inhumanely loud and piercing. It was the sound of a dozen freight trains running down the tracks at once only to suffer a large collision. His words were physically striking me in the form of bullets. The discussion, despite the morbidity of it, felt normal. We spoke of mundane subjects like football for what seemed to be hours. I don't recall when the strange boy left abruptly, but his final words were the most chilling. "You'll be in a state of grief soon." Shortly after his appearance, I received news that my wife and kids were killed in in a freakish accident that tore them to pieces.
Oh,
They were only recognizable by the clothes that they were wearing.
oh my God.
Thinking back on it, I don't remember what the white-eyed boy moving his mouth said speaking to me. Instead, it was more like he was transferring his thoughts into my mind. Whatever the case, his reasoning for appearing in my house was understandable.
That's horrible.
Yeah, that one's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's apparently why people call them the messengers of death.
yeah, clearly. That's awful.
Well, that's all I've got.
Thank God.
Okay.
I mean, that was wonderful. No, it was good. I just and to end on that one, wow, thanks. I feel like maybe you should find us a real light one real quick.
Find a light story?
Yeah.
Of the black-eyed children, a light story?
Yeah, back to like Greasy Hands where you find out that they've just been eating KFC or something.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, that was...
Dude, you made it fucking smoky as shit in here. My head is killing me. I can't even see my screen properly.
Sorry.
You can follow us on Instagram at That's Disturbing Podcast. Send us a Gmail, that's disturbingpodcast@gmail.com. And that's all I've got. Bye-bye.